No, 149. That's a bit far off my plate. I know normally it's about 95, 98, 99. How are you going to fund from 60 to 100? If you're eating it all now and you've got nothing for later. You've got to think about leading your life. I see these people, new cars. We did some work with the Office of the Public Protector. And the lady, like the tea lady, she comes. So we said, come, let's have a look at you. Jeep shirt, how much? Jeep shirt, how much? Aisha, I went to look, the one she had, $750. Nike shoes, how much? 1,800 rand. Levi, what's this fancy baby slap my face jeans? Who's it? Like 3,000 rand. She was wearing 2 months' salary. You can't eat your shoes when you're over 65. This is not maybe, the tsunami is coming. Step up, wake up, shake up. I am your wake up. You see, here are the things that drive human needs. We have 6 human needs. And that one there, significance. Are those arms folded there, sir? I can see some arms folded in the back. I'm worried about the integrity here. Significance. We spend money to be significant. When I was 21, I used to sell Ferraris. And I was working in a shop, and in walked this guy with 2 secretaries. Do you know who I am? They're trying to be, I don't care who you are. It's not how much you got in the wallet. It's how much you got in the heart. Yeah. So you need to rethink. I'll give you my phone, you can phone me, we'll try and sort out your mindset, eh? Mindset is important. This is the return on investment. If you're going to develop and build and grow, what are the important areas to build your team, your organization, your family? Notice that building relationships gives you the best return on your time and money. Less than 10% of training is applied back in the workplace. Coaching, high standards, empowerment, inspire people. I always say everybody brings happiness. Hey? All of you guys bring happiness. Some by coming into the room, some by leaving the room. You should do. I'm concerned about being stupid when I'm started there. Yeah. And so, if you're going to be successful, the world is getting tougher. Times are getting tougher. Families have to work longer. I used to be a speaker, and my competition was 100 people in Johannesburg. Now with the internet, my competition is the planet. Now my competition is 1 million. You better sharpen your game. You better up your game. And it's 1%. Do you know before water boils, it's about 102 degrees? 1% gets it to boiling. So it's little things like, do you have integrity? You have a culture, an organizational culture? Do you think it's right that you bring your home culture to business? So if I'm a cannibal, it's okay, or if I walk around naked, I can bring my culture to the office, eh? Is that all right? So it's right that you have an office culture. So if the culture is like respect and promptness, when you don't arrive, what are you saying about yourself? Sometimes your actions say louder than what you're trying to tell me with your words. Adversity, intelligence, or resilience for me is the mindset that will get you to the goal. There are people that try and then they give up, but it's the ones that keep on going, that manage your mindset, that manage your talk. How much control do I have? How much control can I get? How much ownership can I take? I've seen many people say, no, not my job. No, it's not mine. You've been paid for that, that's your job. Do you want that kind of person on your team? How far into my life will this trauma reach? And how long will I carry the baggage? Who's been abused, hurt, some kind of bad shit happened in your life? All of us. There are 2 kinds of people. Those that take the baggage, they put it in their trailer, and wherever they go, oh, poor me. Oh, do you know what happened to me? Do you know what that's nothing. That's nothing. come along and say, do you know what happened to me? I've built a muscle. I can overcome anything. Sometimes your greatest adversity is your ticket to freedom. If you will see it right, if you manage your mindset right. And so these are the quantities. Normally the bottom 5, 10, 15, 20% of people are the quitters. They're the cancer, they're the disengaged. They're the fire starters, the tsotsis that cause the upset in the organization. They intentionally cause trouble. About 20 to 80% of the people, they just do what it takes just to get their salary. But there's 10 to 20% of people that are astounding. They make stuff happen. They are leaders. They step up, they step out. They seldom eat dog food because they make stuff happen. Is that you? Are you going to take that single message, make stuff happen? There are two kinds of mindsets, fixed mindset, and there's the growth mindset. Who thinks that your intelligence is fixed? You're born with it, and that is it. You've got an IQ, and that's it. That's the old thinking. We know today, with practice, like you can build a muscle in the gym, you can build your mind. So let's test. Who watched TV in the last week more than 2 hours? In the last week, who watched more than 2 hours of TV? Come, hands up. Come. What's that thing that you use to change the channels? No. It's called an automatic income reducer. Whoever got wealthy watching TV? If you are not happy with where your bank account is, go to your TV and turn it off and say, we are now enemies. Your TV is a machine to drain your energy. Because do you know what the whole function of media is? To distract and hold your attention. So they flat an advert, they charge the business, ching ching, we got money. How much did you make out of that? Nothing. And all they want is for you to watch. So you need to make a choice today. Are you able to make one single choice? It's like your identity. This is who I am. Are you happy as a team to make a commitment that you're a builder? I am a builder. Any fool can break. Any fool can point fingers and find the bad things. Anybody can do it, and most fools do. But to be a builder and uplift and inspire and encourage takes a bit of brain and it takes a bit of heart. Are you prepared to be a builder? Hands up if you're prepared to be a builder. Touch the person next to you. I promise to be a builder. Both sides. I promise to look them in the eyes. Make the promise and then get the people to hold you accountable. Because if you're going to be emotionally intelligent, you need self-awareness, and that's why I'm doing the arms. If you're unaware, you're going to do stuff automatically. Habit drives you. There, fall asleep, self-aware, wake up. And so it's about self-awareness and self-leadership. Leading others, being an example, a role model that people look up to and say, I want to be like you. John was saying, when he does his talk sometimes, these people follow him with the camera and he's not too sure what to do. But he's a role model for those young people. Are you a role model? Are you an exceptional role model that's a builder? If you're going to be happy, healthy, wealthy, and successful, there's a thing called psychological capital. And as much as I think those ICAS systems are wonderful and they're good, I like to go the other way and build muscle, build strength, build resilience, build consciousness. That you don't say, oh, wow, me again. You say, come, try me. Try me. It's a mindset. It's a choice. It's how you run your brain. But if you are not running your brain, your past is, your culture is. You have to make that choice. And so I'm part of an international group. I'm certified for the International Science of Happiness. Happiness gives you more sex, more drugs, more rock and roll, more fun, more money, more everything. Happy people do and have more in every dimension. They get invited back more. They get better referrals and better assessments in their work. Happiness or unhappiness goes out 3 levels, like ripples. Think about that. And so by choosing happiness, choosing a mindset, a conscious mindset of I am a builder, I am strong, I can overcome anything, you avoid the distress, and you now have post-traumatic growth. Watch the arms, wakey, wakey. If you can now start to appreciate what you have, turn to the person on each side of you and tell them one thing that you could appreciate more. Got 20 seconds. What's one thing, each side of you, what's one thing you could appreciate more in your work? Go. Share with the person next to you, what's one thing you could appreciate more? And here's why it's important. This is the work of Professor Losada. They found that it takes 3 positives to balance out 1 negative. That's how powerful negativity is. It takes 3 just to balance it, not to improve it, just to balance it. And so, if you're above that line of 2, it's 2.9765 but we say 3. If you're going to be flourishing and thriving, where you wake up and say, good morning, God, let's see what we're going to do today. You need to make sure that you are a positive influence, a positive impact, and at least 5, 6, 7 positives to 1. For your team, make sure you have those positives. Do you bring the positivity or do you take it away? I used to have a friend, she was what I call a vampire, an energy vampire. You know those people when they walk away, it's like, oh, they whinge and they whine and they complain and they bleat the whole time, you know? They're what I call insult divers. Anybody here an insult diver? Do you know what an insult diver is? They're busy with a conversation here, and they hear an insult there, and they dive to get the insult. So they can say, don't laugh, some of you guys are like this. You just don't know it, that's why you fall asleep. So are you inspiring? Do you inspire yourself when you look in the mirror? Do you say, wow, let's see what we're going to do today? Or do you say, check my fat stomach, you fat, you useless, you ugly feet. Look at this eye, what are you doing with your eye? Take what you've got and be resourceful. Do the best you can with it. Stop judging, start being a builder with what you have. Become an inspirer. Because if you're going to be a good leader and a manager, these are the things that are important in your workplace. This is research from David Meister. Do you listen? Are you trusted? Are you a good coach? Do you lift and engage? Do you walk your talk? Easy to talk, not so easy to walk. Are you respectful? Do you show respect? If you promise to be there on time, do you arrive on time? So your management, as a manager, your job is to manage the why. Why are we doing this? Why is this important? Because if there's no meaning, I'm just here. Who would work for half their money? Take your salary, cut it in half. Who would do the work you're doing for your money? Wow. So who has the job for the money? Hey, I mean, who works just because you've got the money? You don't want to put up your hands. Hey, there we go, an honest one. So we know the financial sluts are here. But if you're just working for the money, what keeps you up in the morning? Money. But then any money can get you up. You can go and sell your body and work half-time. Unless you've got a body like me and you can't sell it at all, eh? And so let's talk about being leaders. Doing the thing that is so important. Do you think we've got good leadership in our country? Do you honestly think we have good leadership that has got integrity, that is honest, that is trustworthy? So you know what? The best thing we can do is to become that. the best thing we can do is to become that which is missing. If you want love, be the source of it. If you want integrity, be the source of it. If you want happiness, be the source of it. So, are you courageous enough to do the things that it takes to be a leader? Are you courageous enough to go and confront that person and say, excuse me, but, that's not we agreed as a team. We don't do that as a team. It takes courage. Do you connect with people? It's one of the most important things, belonging and connecting with your staff. And the unions. We've done work with unions where we've gotten together with Appreciative Inquiry, and the guy said, I've been fighting a war that doesn't exist in my life. It exists in my memory. We could have done this. The HR manager, don't laugh. I went, do you know where Hotel is? Do you know Hotel? Up there, north there. We arrived for one of the mines. So we arrived to do the workshop at